we're diving into a poem that's so much more than just words on a page. It's really a powerful anthem of pride in India's incredible heritage. We're going to break down Bharat Our Land by the amazing poet Subramania Bharati and really get into what makes it so special. Right from the get-go, the poem hits us with this powerful, recurring line, "She's peerless, let's praise her." I want you to think of this as the heartbeat of the entire poem. It's this constant, passionate call to celebrate a land that the poet sees as absolutely, completely unmatched. So, here's how we're going to tackle this beautiful poem. First, we'll look at the praise for the land itself. Then, we'll explore its incredible natural grandeur and its deep heritage of greatness. After that, we'll get into the poet's amazing craft, and finally, we'll wrap up with the poem's lasting message. All right, let's kick things off with our first section, Praising Our Land. At its very core, this poem is just a powerful song of pride. Subramania Bharati isn't just, describing India. He's building this incredible case for its historical and cultural greatness, and that celebration all starts with the land itself. Okay, moving into our second section. We're going to see how Bharati really grounds all this praise in the land's physical and spiritual landscape. We'll dig into the first stanza to see exactly how he uses these iconic natural features to make his argument for India's greatness. The poem opens with this just magnificent image. The mighty Himavant is ours. There's no equal anywhere on earth. Now, Himavant, of course, means the Himalayas. The choice of the word mighty and that claim of having no equal, wow, it immediately sets a tone of immense pride. The Himalayas here are a symbol of just unmatched strength and timeless permanence. Next, the poem shifts its focus to a source of life. The generous Ganga is ours. Which other river can match her grace? The word choice here is absolutely key. The Ganga isn't just some river, she is generous and has grace. This is a beautiful way of giving the river these human qualities of kindness and elegance, which makes it a perfect symbol of purity and life-giving generosity. So from the natural world, Bharati then pivots to the spiritual and philosophical side of things. The sacred Upanishads are ours. What scriptures else to name with them? Here, the Upanishads stand for India's incredibly deep intellectual legacy. And that question he asks? It's a bold challenge, basically saying that these scriptures are so foundational, so profound, that nothing else in the world can even compare. And the first stanza wraps up by bringing it all together. The sunny golden land is ours. She's peerless, let's praise her. This metaphor, sunny golden land, is brilliant. It's not just about the climate, right? It suggests a land of richness, of prosperity, of this glorious light. It's really the perfect way to summarize the physical and spiritual wealth he just laid out for us. And boom, there it is again, that powerful refrain, that central theme just ringing out loud and clear. She's peerless, let's praise her. It really acts like a chorus, doesn't it? It anchors every single stanza in this unwavering admiration. So after establishing the sheer grandeur of the land, the poem now starts to populate it. In our third section, A Heritage of Greatness, the focus shifts away from the geography and onto the remarkable people and the profound ideas that have made this land so sacred. So, what kind of land is this? Well, according to Bharati, it's a land of gallant warriors, sanctifying sages, and the divinest music. It's a place where all auspicious things are found. He's painting this incredible picture of a nation that's built on courage, purified by wisdom, filled with just sublime art, and blessed with good fortune. Each one of these phrases adds another layer to India's greatness. The poem then goes even deeper into this idea of intellectual heritage with the line, "Here Brahma-knowledge has taken root, and the Buddha preached his dhamma here." This refers to two of the most profound philosophical traditions ever born in India, highlighting the country not just as a place of physical beauty, but as a cradle of spiritual knowledge that literally shaped the world. And you guessed it, we hear that resounding call to appreciation once more. She's peerless, let's praise her. I mean, after celebrating not just the land, but also its sages and its world-changing philosophies, the poet has given us even more reasons to agree with this powerful statement. Okay, so we've explored the poem's core messages. Now, in section 4, we're going to switch gears a little and focus on the poet's craft. Let's look at the specific literary tools that Subramania Bharati uses to make his praise for India so incredibly powerful and effective. This is the fun part. First up, the poem is an ode. So what's an ode? It's a lyrical poem that expresses super deep admiration for its subject, usually in a grand, elevated style.
This entire poem is a perfect example. It is a passionate, emotional celebration of Bharat, highlighting its extraordinary qualities with so much enthusiasm.
Now, to get that grand style, Bharati uses something called hyperbole. This is basically just the use of extreme exaggeration to make a point dramatically. It's not meant to be taken literally, but it's a great way to express a really intense feeling.
Let's look at hyperbole in action with this line. The mighty Himavant is ours. There's no equal anywhere on earth. I mean, is this a literal measurable fact? Probably not. But that powerful exaggeration, it totally communicates an overwhelming sense of pride and awe in the majesty of the Himalayas. That's what he's going for.
Next up, the poet uses personification. This is when you give human qualities to non-human things. It's a fantastic literary tool because it brings the landscape to life and makes everything feel so much more relatable. And hey, we've already seen a perfect example of this earlier. The generous Ganga is ours. Which other river can match her grace? A river can't literally be generous or have grace, but by giving it these human traits, Bharati transforms it from just a body of water into this kind, elegant being, which really deepens our connection to it. Bharati also uses allusion. This is when a writer makes an indirect reference to something well-known, like a historical event, a myth, or another piece of literature. It's a really clever way to tap into our shared cultural knowledge without having to spell everything out. So let's bring all these ideas together and look at the poem's rich symbolism. Think of this as our little decoder key. Himavant stands for strength, the Ganga for purity. The Upanishads are our spiritual legacy. The warriors and sages embody courage and wisdom. Brahma-knowledge and Buddha's dhamma represent enlightenment. And that phrase, sunny golden land, is a symbol of overall richness and glory. Each one is just packed with cultural meaning. And this brings us to our final section, the poem's enduring message. We've seen how it's built, we've seen what it describes, but the big question is, why? Why does this poem still resonate so deeply with us today? Well, the poem is a really powerful call to recognize and celebrate India's rich, multifaceted heritage. It urges us to look at everything, from the towering mountains and sacred rivers to the deep philosophical traditions and the courageous people, and to feel a sense of connection and pride. It's a fantastic reminder of the enduring power of our history, our knowledge, and our self-belief. And that leaves us with one final thought. This poem lists so many sources of pride. So I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. What part of India's heritage makes you feel the most pride?